itong 51 billion pesos daw na
Laki.
allocated budget sa, so wow, what's going
Holy
on?
land, yung
Paano
tawag nila.
nakuha yung news na ito, bro? Wow, this is big, 51 billion.
Oo. Ang
Ano
laki.
naman ito? Anong
3
marites
years.
ko yan?
Hindi kasi nagsimula yan, di ba? Nung nagsalita si Congressman Paolo Duterte nung isang araw na parang tinitira niya yung Congress. Sinasabi niya dahil pinag-iinitan yung mga tatay ko, yung mga Duterte, yung distrito ko tuloy parang kinakawawa. Inalisan kami ng budget. Parang ganun yung pinapalabas niya na sinisingle out sila. At he was talking a lot kasi about dun sa People's Initiative, about dun sa Chacha. Sa kanya din ang galing eh. 'Di ba na meron daw umiikot sa Davao na paying this, na wag niyong ibenta yung ano nyo, tinuturo niya sila Speaker Romualdez. So yun, talagang kinakalaban na niya yung buong mga kasama niya sa Congress. O ngayon, naglabas ngayon, in-interview si Congressman Zaldy ko na meron yung data na lumabas, yung allocation para doon sa distrito daw ni Congressman Paulo, according to Zaldico, was
Na-resibo nila.
51
Na-resibo
billion
nila.
in 3 years.
So let us read. Say we have to be professional
Okay,
journalists.
okay, okay.
Medyo sensitive tong topic ito. So House Committee on Appropriations. So ito yung committee na talaga alam nila kung saan pupunta yung mga pera, yung budget. Chairman ako Bicol Party List Representative Zaldico, yun yung sinasabi mo kanina. Tumitingin siya dun sa mga reports na yung District of Davao City, First District, was allocated a whopping 51 billion pesos. That's roughly $1 billion in unprogrammed funds during nung termino ng dating presidenteng Rodrigo Duterte, no? That is so much. Ito yung kay Zaldico, no? Sabi niya sa interview na kahapon, this is so much yan, 51 billion. Wala pa akong hawak na dokumento pero pinapahanap ko na po. Ito, mukhang 99% itong 51 billion, mukhang totoo po yan. So mukhang 100% almost sure po siya. Sa bagay, nung 18 Congress ay narinig ko na yan na napakalaking pondo na na-release sa South, sa Mindanao, especially Davao, tawag dyan Holy Land. Hindi ako nagsabi, we're just looking at it. Obviously, I'm sure we have to look at what the other side says. Now, may kakalabas din na news na updates on that. So the House Committee on Appropriation is verifying itong social media post about itong 51 billion na yan. So Zaldico is looking at it. So there are documents daw, bro, circulating sa social media that show that Davao City was allocated 13 billion pesos in the first year of the 18th Congress, 35 billion in the succeeding year, and 13 billion in the third year. So pag sinama mo yan, that's almost $1 billion, right? So we're also checking on the veracity ayon kay Ko kasi during that time, maugong talaga na during that 18th Congress, medyo maugong yung kwento na almost ganong kalaki ng ang releases, parang medyo ang dami ng mga ang kwentuhan talaga ang kwentahan talaga who can question the Holy Land of Davao. Parang sa kumbaga parang ina-imply niya na may carte blanche, no, na may parang bigay niya na yan kasi mga yan. So ayon kay Ko, last year gusto po ng DPWH, sabi nila dapat dinayat na ang Davao dahil sobra-sobra nang na-release daw sa Davao. That's why from 13 billion bumaba po ito sa 4 billion. Then this year naging 1 billion na lang po ang allocation ng District of Davao. So siguro yun yung sinasabi nila, parang biglang ginipit sila dahil ba ng significantly from 30 billion to 13 billion and then 4 billion and then ngayon 1 billion na lang. Base dito sa report na sinasabi ni Zaldico based on dun sa Committee on Appropriations datos na meron siya. So, in a way, technically correct yung idea na ginikipit kami bigla because considering from where you're coming from, ganun kalaki. But of course, sa mga kritiko, again, allegedly kung itong amount na for them, kahit hindi yung point na binabangin, ang point is how high it was at some point in time. No, parang ito dinayat, ang diet pa yung term na ginamit nila. So
nag-post si former Senator Sonny Trillanes kanina. Sabi niya, according to DBM, DPWH, Congressman Pulong daw was awarded a whopping 51 billion yung sa 3 years na yon first district. This is scandalous on so many levels. Anong infra project ang worth 51 billion sa isang distrito? This warrants a COA special audit. So, Trillanes is calling for a special COA audit para doon sa distrito na yun. Of course, si former Senator Trillanes, one of the talagang mabibigat na critics of the Duterte administration.
So chief critic, but yun nga, I'm also looking at Leila de Lima, among others, also making comments on this. So lahat ng mga critics ni Digong nagsama-sama. But now we're not talking about only critics of Digong. We're also looking at people in the administration, people in positions of power looking at this. Now, alam natin, last year, of course, dun sa confidential fund issue, grabe yung backlash, di ba? Now, of course, Sara is still very popular. If you were to bet who will be the next president, if there were elections tomorrow, I would still say it's Sara Duterte. But the reality is that this is an issue na medyo nagre-resonate, di ba? May kagat tong issue na ito. So let's see where this is going. Now, the reason why I think this is also important is because the other day, there was another congressman who posted something na in-imply na tatakbo sa Senado, itong anak ng dating Pangulo natin. So mukhang malabo na si Digong mismo tumakbo. Of course, bisa na yung isa mukhang mayor pa rin. So mukhang naturally looking at the Senate position. So maybe that, you always wonder also the timing reports come out of, they don't come out of thin air, do they, right? So siguro as one side was trying to build up momentum, suddenly may release kang ganyan. So I don't know if this is totally coincidental, which is something I doubt as far as politics is concerned. What is your news about one of the Dutertes running for Senate, bro? Meron ka bang marites dyan?
May mga surveys ako nakikita na sinasama siya eh. So doon pa lang
And
parang may
competitive
signs
siya.
na ano eh.
Na may chance siya top 6
Na may
even.
chance siya, oo eh. Kasi kung titingnan mo yung mga surveys, 'di ba? Former President Duterte mataas parate eh. So ang tanong diyan, yung votes ba niya, could it translate to his son Paulo if he runs for Senate?
Well, it
And
translated to the daughter for the VP, and so I
yeah,
doubt it won't. Now I know people are gonna say stuff, but still, at the end of the day, we're talking about the Duterte. I won't ever underestimate the Dutertes on this run. Now, obviously, bro, we already mentioned this in previous episodes. Now officially, so let me also read it. Medyo ano na tayo, legit na tayo, bro. Ano na tayo? We have to be very specific about things that we're saying. So now officially, you have also the Secretary of Justice of the Philippines admitting na eto na, medyo bukas na sila sa ICC. So this is something quite big, isn't it? Ikaw, bro, I mean, do you think the moment of truth is coming? Obviously, si Ronald Llamas, nakausap din natin yan. He already had his take also on this issue. I was always more skeptical in the sense na feeling ko, if kung ikaw BBM, you want things to go slow and sure and steady, right? Triple S. But ICC has its own mind. ICC is gonna go its own way. And wait lang, I'm just trying to pull out itong direct quote para galing sa Justice Secretary natin para lang clear tayo dito. Okay, grabe ang hirap ng trabaho ng Justice Secretary, di ba? I mean, I think this is the most stress. I'll be honest, kitang-kita mo na stress din talaga yung mga nandyan sa office nila. It's a very stressful job. So ito. So we're not here to stop them. Which is quite different from before na you have no right to be here, violation
no
of
right to be here.
Now biglang parang pag nagligawan kayo una sabihin ng babae, no chance. Well, hindi ako magno kung magbigay ka ng flower. Alam mo yun, like,
Hindi
alam
ka
mo na.
pipigilang manligaw.
Alam mo na may pag-asa ka na talaga pag ganun ang sagot. Hindi kita pipigilan. I mean, hindi sasabihin na yes, pero tignan natin, di ba? So,
I'm not saying no.
exactly. Because if they're not doing any... ito yung favorite natin line, di ba? Nung panahon nila Bato and all. Kung wala kang maling ginawa, anong ikakatakot mo, di ba? So, ito yung sinabi ni Justice Jesus Crispin Ramulla. Sabi niya, because if they're not doing anything illegal, there's nothing wrong with that. So, meaning ICC in this case. But I would say the same thing dun sa kabila. Kung wala naman kayong ginawang mali nung panahon nyo, ba't kayo matakot sa investigation na yan? If they're getting statements, they're getting evidence, it's okay. So may admission na they're not gonna stop ICC from collecting evidence for a potential case, meaning talking to, interviewing yung families, I don't know, punta siguro dun sa mga forensic investigations, data, eyewitnesses, among others. But we have to clarify many issues, especially about procedures. So siguro this is where yung aspect of coordination, etc. will come from. Ayon niya, we'll have to deal with several legal implications of the action of the ICC in the Philippines, and it might have to end up in the Supreme Court of the country. Now, last time I checked, I think the Supreme Court would be more or less okay with the ICC, considering the ruling before dun sa unilateral exit ni Digong sa ICC in 2018. Now, of course, alam ko si Harry Roque, yung favorite mong podcaster, he will have his say on this, but most people, including yung interview natin soon, si Attorney Ruben Carranza, I'm sure he'll give us some interesting updates about the procedural timing aspect. But bro, so what we were saying in an earlier episode is yung pulvoronic ano ni Buljak TV, medyo naglaylo ng konti dahil si Tatay Digong ano na lang, pina-chill na lang niya yung moment. But mukhang if this ICC issue gains legs again, which well, more like it gains speed, more, may legs na siya eh. Mukhang iinit na naman yung ano, no? You can expect yung mga
Iinit
attack
na
ng
naman, oo.
pulvoronic, yung mga ganun. And even worse, I suppose, no?
So yun nga, titingnan nga kung itong change of approach ba, kung pinapa-slow down, kung babagal ba yung mga ginagawa na moves against the Dutertes, pero mukhang hindi eh. Mukhang talagang all fronts eh, all sides eh. Pati 'di ba, I think sa Davao meron na ding moves para ma-unseat yung mga Duterte. Meron na ding 'di ba, parang may mga ano na din na baka si Congresswoman Nograles siya yung lalaban sa Davao to unseat the Dutertes after so many ano. So may mga ganong talagang all out ano eh, all out na assault na on different fronts para sa mga Duterte and yung mga close allies nila. So ay, mainit itong 2024. Doon papunta. Doon papunta talaga. I don't see it na parang it's too late na to make a U-turn kasi pag nakabalik sa kapangyarihan yung mga Duterte, I think baka balikan naman din itong mga nang ano sa kanila ngayon, yung mga gumagawa ng mga ganito sa kanila ngayon. So may mga ganong, kumaga masyado na tayo lumagpas para to turn back. Masyado
Medyo
nang malayo.
wala nang atrasan 'to, parang gano'n,
Anong atrasan,
pare
no?
open-minded lang
Oo.
tayo, wala nang atrasan 'to,
Oo.
parang ganyan ang dating sa'kin,
Diba?
eh. Oo.
If BBM would kung ano man o impeach o step down o kung ano man, si Sara biglang maupo, naku lagot sila. Diba? Could only imagine lahat ng mga so wala na mukhang I don't see it na maayos pa anytime soon.